Same shit, different planet. We've done this all before. Sure, Earth is in rough shape, but it's no worse than Mars. All we gotta do is keep our heads down, our ears up, and everything will work out just fine for old Redvault. Wish they'd just relax already.
Danger, danger. Alert Red 4, Garuda located within the vicinity.
Psst, no worries. Everything will work out just fine.
Well, hello you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Ale Garau, Redvault, Martian stronghold here on Earth. Really, we're not too far into this settlement's lifetime. We've been here for about 6 months now, just approaching the end of summer, but you can see things are coming along swiftly too. Already have some rooms carved out, a nice secure wall up top here. Having a look, our population is 11, and we have our Martians doing all sorts of things right now. Mining, scrapping, crafting. Very important, because a caravan from Warzekasak should be arriving any time now. That's our people, the Martians. Didn't really have any time to spare either. Our food and drink stockpiles are looking pretty sad these days.
Alert Green 1. Traders from Warzekasak have arrived. Welcome to Redvault.
And speak of the devils, here we are. The subhuman outpost liaison Unga Thruntdalday from Warzekasak has arrived. Yes, get in here, will you? Don't have much to trade, but we'll find something. We're gonna scour the area for anything tradable. That is a good question. What the hell do we have to trade? Alright. Well, I didn't think we could, but apparently somebody butchered a grub woman and a grub man. Not wimpy, mind you. These must have been ones that were killed by our light walker. Excellent, okay. You know, actually, maybe we can do something with that real quick before we trade it. Maybe we can, like, cook it into something. Some nice rations for the road. These merchants could probably appreciate that. More bang for our buck, too. Other than that, though, I mean, we have a bunch of cloth. Okay. Oh, and these pots. Corroded metal pots. I can't imagine that would get us very much, but might have to resort to it.
Expedition leader, the trader Lei Sun wishes to speak with you.
Greetings, Martians of Redvault. I'm Aunga, your outpost liaison. Though I don't expect much, I've come to see what you have to offer in terms of trade.
Ah, here we go. Our expedition leader Charo is meeting with Unga, the outpost liaison, who appears to be a subhuman. A large mutated humanoid with warped features and honed instincts, but low intellect. From what I understand, subhumans are what's left of the original Earthlings. Their ancestors weren't fortunate enough to get their hands on cybernetics like the rest of us, and so I believe that the subhumans screwed around with like gene modification and stuff. Didn't really work out too well, I don't think, but still. Aunga here must have a good head on her shoulders if she's the outpost liaison.
We've also brought news from the surrounding settlements. This flow of information will benefit the both of us.
Ah, yes. Looks like she's got a bunch of information for us too. That'll come in handy. But before we check on that, we have to request some items for next year. And we're going to be pretty careful with this too. Now then, let's see. Okay, here we go. From what I understand, we kind of want grade C nanotechny bars. Nanotechny is a type of metal or material, I guess, that's made out of like nano robots, if I understand it correctly. And you can use it to make more grade C nanotechny bars, which are used for a whole variety of things. I may just be talking out of my ass right now. I don't know, but we'll get some. And let's see, other than that, well, I would really appreciate some drinks. We'll get something fun too. How about some fruit wine and wheat beer as well? Oh, and some alka soda. There we go. Gotta have fun somehow, right? What else do we got though? Okay, here we have pets. This might be a very good thing to look into. Let's see what we got. Oh boy, there's all kinds of crap here. We have grubmen. We can get grubmen, or a moss dragon. Keep in mind here that we're trying to use my naivete with this mod as sort of a roleplay element. These Martians might not know what any of this stuff is, because I don't know what it is. They're pretty new to the area, I guess. Ooh, what I do know is what a light missile walker is. Maybe we'll try to get a couple of those. Couldn't hurt, right? Probably horribly expensive, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff is. But what the hell, we'll get some grub women, and a grub man too. And a cleaning drone? Sure, why not? We'll see how much of the stuff they actually bring. Yep, looks good. And it looks like for next year, they're asking for blocks and musical instruments. Both of those are highly sought after. we'll know that. It sounds like they've got some big construction projects going on in the homeland. Yeah, we'll get them some good blocks, and we'll have to see about those musical instruments. But blocks, yes, definitely, noted.
For now, we will make use of your pitiful amenities. Hurry and gather what scant trade items you have available. Do not keep my traders waiting.
Yes, very good. We're pretty poorly stocked, but make do as best you can. Okay, now down to the actual trading. First, we gotta get work done in these kitchens, see what we can make. Yeah, we've got everybody cooking right now. We don't have any good cooks in Redvault, but we're just gonna kinda gussy up these raw materials we have. Got some mushrooms, we got some soybeans, got that grub man meat. Good stuff. It's gotta be pretty nutritious, I'm thinking. Not sure it'll keep too long out in the road, so you better get at it, traders.
Alert, Green, 1. New migrants have arrived. Welcome to Redvault.
Oh, hey now. Incoming migrants. Just got a few fresh faces here. Could've used you earlier, dang it. Well, that's fine though. Come on in. We'll be with you in a moment. Alright, and back over to the depot. It's time to get down to the real trading. Let's see what we can do. Just gotta bring some of these items over first. We have some crappily prepared food, some silk outer coats that we're able to throw together, some corroded metal pots, and a few bits of furniture too. Our best bits. It's pretty easy to make, so no huge loss. Okay, now it's time to get down to some actual trading, and for the task we've assigned Sinks Bawar, the doctor, as her broker. She's a competent negotiator, and I think she's gonna do pretty well. Oh boy, yep. All kinds of stuff here, and I don't know what any of it is. Most of it's fairly familiar, but some of it, I have no idea. Well, we can certainly use some cloth, that much I know. We have some food here. Yeah, they brought a variety. We'll take a bunch. All kinds of plants that we're already growing, but that'll help supplement for sure. And we also have some fish that we don't have access to because there's no water around. And then just a variety of meats too. Oh, we have cheese as well. Sheep cheese, some synth cheese. I don't know what that is. Algae? Apparently that's considered to be a type of cheese. We'll take it. And we have a couple of books here too. That's pretty neat. We've got this one here that's bound in fused ammunition casings, like those ones that we mined out underground. And it appears to be a manual entitled Animal Diets Exposed, and it concerns foraging behavior of creatures. The writing is as vicious as can be, but that could be helpful. We need to know about the creatures that surround us. And we also have this one here. It's a copy of a book called Dissection, Natural or Supernatural, bound in latex factory worm parchment. Or rather, it's a scroll, actually. It concerns the dissection of creatures. That would actually be pretty useful for Sinks, I'm thinking. We're gonna have to get a library started up. Just a small thing. Redvault's gonna need a good repository of information. Gonna trade some of this stuff here, just to make sure we can afford what we've taken already. And we can. Bleb the trader seems very happy about the trading. Excellent. But we still have this prepared food barrel here. Ooh, you know, I hadn't looked at what we prepared. Let's have a quick look at the food that we can make here in Redvault. Looks like we have some wheat beer ration cubes, which includes grubman tripe and minced wheat beer. I guess probably dehydrated into some little cubes or something. Perfect for the road. We have some vodka ration cubes, potato plant ration cubes. Yeah, you know what? This stuff is going to keep pretty well after it's all dehydrated and cubed up like this. Very cool. But yes, let's see what else we can get. Well, this barrel's only worth 792, which isn't bad. See, what I'd like is some grade C nanotechny item. Because as I was saying before, I think if we get a hold of some, then we can make more of it using the original supply. But it doesn't look like they have any sort of grade C material. They do have grade M. I'm not sure if that acts the same though. But yeah, what the hell, let's get some. They've brought a grade M nanotechny hollow screen and a grade M nanotechny laptop. We'll try to get both. No, they refused. Well, we'll just go with a laptop then. Okay, that'll do for now. Good job, Sinks. In Redvault, we're gonna have to start making some more stuff for next year. More prepared food would be excellent. Let's get straight to that. Oh, and that's right. Can't forget to check on that news that we got from the Outpost Liaison. Let's have a look.
Enabling regional map view.
Well, having a look at the map, you can see where we are here at this little crossroads, the blinking X. And as for news, just over here to our west, well, it looks like someone was kidnapped from Release Trust. Unfortunate. But aside from that, there's a bunch of books known to be here. Reliable information's hard to come by in these times. Books must be an awfully valuable resource. Up here to our northeast, it looks like there's something going on too. Alright, looks like a group of Martians came and reclaimed this area on behalf of the Tall Realms, which is our civilization. Kinda boring. Down here we have something. It looks like there's been a bunch of refugees leaving this particular area due to, some sort of a subhuman army on the march, led by Temodai Shimmered Chant. Terrifying. Gonna have to keep our eyes open, I suppose. Zooming out here a bit, well, we can get a better look at the world. Once again, we are up here in the northwest, and if we hit H to see holdings, all of the green areas are allied to us, or are at least neutral. This blue one right up here, this is that place that was reclaimed recently. It's just a small hamlet, although it's still bigger than us. And if we have a look over here, just over to the east, we can see a town, the Martian town of Chuck Groups. This is where our people are centered, quite a good distance away. So yeah, Martians aren't too prevalent here, that's for sure. But then if we have a look down here to the southeast, you can see these red settlements, controlled by humans, Yaksha, neo-humans. Honestly, I'm not even too sure what these people are, but these are the people we gotta be afraid of. Gotta keep that in mind. The walls must continue to grow. But we'll get to that in due time.
Resuming local view mode.
Okay, there we go. Starting to look pretty darn good, Redvault, if I do say so myself. We now have a decent supply of food, some drinks, but we can brew a bunch of those plants that we got, so there's no problem there. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot we got a migrant wave during that whole thing. That's right, we're up to 14 Martians now. Cool. All right, let's see what we're working with. Well, got a beekeeper. Not going to be too helpful, I don't think. Animal dissector, okay, a stoneworker, alrighty, and yeah, that was it, just 3 of them. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna turn the stoneworker and the animal dissector into quarriers. We have a lot of stonework left to do, and we're gonna turn that beekeeper into a field tender. We need someone dedicated to the task of tending crops. Take some of that burden off the expedition leader and our broker. Yeah, that'll work out. As you can see, underground here, Redvault's coming along. Got a whole bunch of rooms set up now, more than we need, and, well, we're gonna need a lot more still, a lot more still. But we have just about enough for now. Just trying to get it cleaned up a bit still. Bunch of scattered stone all over the place. It's a bit of a mess, but it's getting there. Gonna start working on a media room over here. Just gonna be a small thing with some pretty tight quarters, just so we can give our Martians some privacy while they're studying. Need a place to store our books too.
Alert, yellow, 2. Factory worm has entered the local area.
Oh, okay, looks like we have another animal outside here. This one's a silk factory worm. Very cool. This must be where all that silk on the surface is coming from. Well, that's good to see. This one doesn't look quite as threatening as some of the other creatures we've seen. Let's get a closer look though. A silk factory worm. This is a large machine resembling a grub, designed to internally produce various products and survive even when civilization deteriorates. A single mechanical eye is embedded on its sensor cluster. 8 narrow plastoglass vats containing synthetic silk in its liquid form are embedded in its back. Her skin is black, her armor is silver, her eye is white. Very cool. You know what? We could probably capture and tame these creatures. That'd be very useful. Imagine being able to produce silk whenever we want. Noted. Yeah, we should really try to start setting some cages up around this place, huh? That would be handy. Oh, and you know what? On the subject of strange creatures, looks like we have a couple others as well. I guess they showed up alongside those migrants earlier. Let's have a closer look. Well, okay, here we have... It's a pet, and its name is Fi. It's a cleaner worm. Similar to that silk factory worm, seemingly. Again, it's a machine resembling a grub. This one here is much, much smaller. Doesn't appear to produce anything, and it has a centipede-like body with many scuttling legs. A single mechanical eye is embedded in its sensor cluster. A mass of manipulator tendrils protrude from its sensor cluster, and is equipped to quickly and painlessly dispatch vermin. Again, this one's skin is black, its armor is silver, and its eye is white. Excellent, okay. Just like a little vermin control unit. That's pretty handy. Pretty cool that it's someone's pet too, I'd say. You know, it's essentially just like a little robot, right? Not much personality, I wouldn't think, but... Well, I suppose you get used to those quirks over time. You could grow to love something like this. And we also have, well, this one's got a strange name. This one's a stray nothing child. Let's break this down. It's stray, so it doesn't belong to anybody. It's not a pet. It's a child, so it's a young version of what it is. And what it is a nothing. Or nothing? Not too sure. Yeah, let's have a closer look. This here is a small biomechanical construct built to maintain the once prosperous megastructures of the solar empire. It's now feral. It resembles a bat-wing-armed, rodent-like creature with a beak-like mask, with blank eye lenses covering its head, as well as a segmented pillbug-like shell on its back. Its shell and mask is metallic nanotechny, while its exposed skin resembles oil-black musculature. That is interesting. So this one here is just like some small creature that, well, I guess it's similar to that cleaner worm in some ways. It was intended to be some sort of a biomechanical maintenance thing, but no longer serves that purpose. Now it's just an animal. Very cool. This one's not a pet, but Maybe someone will take it in the future. That's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to mark this thing as being up for grabs as a pet, just in case anybody wants it. And you know what? I'll do the same thing for Wimpy the Grubman. Might as well, right? The light missile walker, though, I'm just going to leave that as being a stray. That one belongs to Redvault as a whole. That being said, I don't think this stray light missile walker has gotten enough love. I assume at this point the Martians have grown quite attached to it. Plus it was this thing that killed those wild grubmen outside, which allowed us to trade for much, much more this year. I think we should name this missile walker, Missy. How's that sound? That's what we'll go with. Keep on going, Missy. You're doing some great work.
Alert, yellow, 1. Small mutant detected within perimeter wall.
Well, speaking of which, time to earn your keep, Missy. We have another of those thin creatures up on the walls. Oh boy. Yeah, Missy seems to lose focus after just a little bit. She'll kind of run up and kick the thing. Oh, actually, that seems to be enough right there. Took care of it. Wonderful. Good job. I find it strange that it's called a missile walker and it does not appear to shoot missiles at all. Seems to really prefer kicking things to death. Excellent. Hey, just having a look here, Sinks, our doctor/broker, has taken a pet, the Nothing Child, that she's named Lit. She was pretty quick to snatch it up as soon as it became available. She must be a fan of these things. Very cool. Just what I like to see. Keep at it, you two. But yes, we have just reached early winter. Starting to get a bit chilly out there. Not bad though. We'll be warm down underground. You know, having a look at our area here, our settlement is up on this rocky outcropping. It's mostly hunks of ruined concrete. That's why it's hard to grow things up here. But remember, there is supposedly a light aquifer in the area. And if we have a look down over here, you can see the terrain changes a bit. If we zoom out a bit, you can see we're settled up here in the northeast. But there's a whole bunch of area down in the west and the south. And yeah, if you have a look down here, it's actually more sand than concrete, although there are still a fair bit of chunks of concrete all over the place. But yeah, lots of sand. And oh my goodness, okay. Seemingly it's a lot more fertile down here than up in the concrete ruins. Who would have thunk? We're still trying to figure things out here, bear in mind. Might be worth considering making a farming area specifically down here. It'd be a lot more efficient, I'm thinking, even if it was farther away. Actually, you know what? A second thing we could do, instead of just building something up on the ground, what we could do...
Planning. 1 moment, please.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try this right here. We're just gonna dig out a big hole in the ground. I want to see if we can effectively clear away some of this concrete and just expose whatever fertile soil we can find underneath. Okay, here we go. Hole is dug, and it does look to be just solid sand down here that we can safely grow stuff in. Fascinating. Okay, we'll do that then, I think. We'll just kind of do it like this. We'll make these 5 farm pits, and then after they're dug out, we can put roofs over top, and we'll make sure light can still get in too. That won't be a problem. So the crops underneath will have light, fertile-ish soil, and yeah, we should just be good to go at that point. Not too bad. We're gonna have to connect it up to Redvault proper too, and we'll get to it before long, I'm sure. Just another thing to add to the list.
Warning, Red 3. Rogue nanotechnique cluster detected in area.
Hey, oh boy, here's something. A creature's moved into the area. Something that looks to be pretty formidable too. Got a bad feeling about it. This here is a nanotechnique golem. Yeah, I've got a feeling that's pretty bad news. Well, as long as it doesn't get too close, then we should be fine. We will be retreating underground if it gets much closer, though. Here, let's have a look. A nanotechnique golem is a humanoid lump of shifting nanotechnique. It moves slowly but exudes great strength. So this is a shifting lump of humanoid nanobots, essentially, that can harden and reshape themselves. Nothing we're gonna want to deal with. I have a feeling something like this could even screw up our light walker. Missy, sorry. So, yeah, ears perked. But I'm not too worried. The outpost is looking pretty good. The wall's pretty much completed. We have that little area out front with a trade depot. And soon we'll have some gates up too. Nice sturdy things that nothing can get through. Right now we only have a couple of flimsy doors in the way, but that should do the trick fine. Got some fortifications in place now. Almost done with that too. And soon we'll be able to shoot down at enemies. Nice and safe from within Redvault. Of course, that still might be a ways off. We're getting there though. We're getting there. We're approaching the end of our first year now. Population 14, food and drink stockpiles holding strong, much more stable than they were, and really when you get down to it, we're just at the start of Redvault's
Warning. Warning. Red 3. Combat detected. Major injuries sustained. Danged.
Uh-oh. Did Krug just leave you on a cliffhanger? Pretty sure I did. Sorry, you bearded bastards. Just kinda how I roll sometimes. Anyways, fun episode, playing real slow. You may have noticed we're only just now approaching the end of our first year. Normally in a short 4, I'd be busting out years left and right, no problem. But yeah, this one's pretty relaxed so far. We've only had the 2 migrant waves, which I'm kind of surprised at, especially that second one with only 3 Martians in it. Real surprising. You'll also notice at this point that we have some fan artwork showing up on the screen. Really good stuff. I was surprised at how much came out for this first episode. Hey, I really appreciate it, you guys. Seriously. Means an awful lot. Always does. And people really enjoy seeing it too, I can guarantee it. But yes, back to the episode. Things are going pretty well. Still don't have the whole nanotechny thing figured out. I played Long Night for an episode, it was more than a year ago now. And I feel at that point I had things pretty well sussed out, but things have changed. I've forgotten a lot of stuff, and well, I guess we'll have to see what happens. I'm sure we'll get it before long. I'm not in any huge rush to get through this thing, just kind of having fun with it. Creatures have been real fun too. As I said before, it's fun drawing the Martians as those cute little critters, and then drawing all the stuff we encounter as horrible nightmare monsters. Not sure you've picked up on it yet, but like the creatures I was drawing for last episode, especially like the Garuda and that ogre and the Thin Man, like their faces are all based on various Japanese masks. The Garuda was some sort of an Oni thing, the ogre was an Oni mixed with a Tengu, and the Thin Man was a particularly creepy looking Kappa mask that I saw. In this episode, the only new mutant we saw was that little nothing creature, that beaked flying thing. I found a beaked Japanese mask online that, well, it had like a mane on it, and I know there wasn't a mane described in this nothing creature's description, but I figured what the hell, let's throw it on there. That little hat too, that's where that comes from. The writing you've seen in this episode and the previous episode, that's simplified Chinese. I don't know if I'm getting the grammar right, probably not from what I understand. Hopefully it's mostly translatable, but writing Chinese isn't really my forte, believe it or not. It's been a fun challenge. Yeah, basically for the style of this whole thing, I'm just doing whatever the hell I want. Even if it doesn't make any sense. Oh, like those robot worm things. Those things were gross. I just felt like drawing some gross worms. I figure robots in this world can look more, like typical sci-fi fare. The Walker, say. Yeah, just having fun with it pretty much. No strong direction. I think it's all working out pretty well. I certainly hope you thought so, and in doing so, enjoyed yourself today. My bearded bastards, I think that's gonna about do it for now, and I hope to see you next time here in Edelgarau, Redvault. And until then,